Hey everybody, this is Kai Johnson and I am the Director of Ingenuity Year. And this is an initiative of the Forman School, which I'll touch on really quickly. So we're a brand new gap year program. We're gonna be launching our first semester program this September, coming up in Maine. So little quick history on the Forman School. This is a co-ed boarding school based in Litchfield, Connecticut. It was founded in 1930, so quite a long time ago. And through its whole history, it's been specifically focused on students with learning differences. So understanding, what those are, how to engage with them, how to teach to them. So that's what we've been doing the whole time. So Einstein, actually pictured here, was one of the original board members when the school was first founded. And it's likely that Einstein was most likely dyslexic himself. So this is really our expertise. It's what we've been doing for over 90 years. And this is sort of the contextual background that we'll be bringing into our gap year programming. So for the actual program, we'll be launching this program called Climate Change in Coastal Maine. And it's going to be very, again, as with many gap year programs, very experiential in nature. So we're going out and really experiencing things hands-on. It's going to be quite intellectual and really engaging in some of these challenging topics around climate change. So it won't be academic in any way, no courses, no grades, no papers, anything like that. But it's really an opportunity to get out of the classroom and to really reconnect with your joy and with your spark, and to learn in a real world setting and sort of making these connections between, why does it matter? Why does it matter to learn these things or these skills? How do I actually engage with that in the world? And it's also really an invitation to discover and sort of explore who you are as a learner and as a human being. And the program will have two main focal points. One would be climate change, and then the second would be skills development, which I'll get into in a second. The program is designed with Forman's approach to learning differences. So it's not exclusively for students with learning differences, but it is developed with learning differences in mind. And I'd say it's really open to, again, any student who's interested in exploring who they are as a learner. So for this first focal point, climate change, this is one of the most pressing issues, if not the most pressing issue of our time. It is global, it affects everybody. And what we'll be doing on the program is really looking at this global phenomena through the lens of coastal Maine. And again, hands-on experiential. So what is seen, what is heard, felt, tasted, experienced with all of these changes that are going on. And this area is a really ripe and unique area to do this investigation because there are a lot of changes that are happening. So the Gulf of Maine area right there is actually warming faster than 99% of the ocean due to a variety of factors. But you can just see a lot of the changes that may be happening elsewhere are happening a bit more quickly in this area. So as I mentioned, this is going to be diving in. So we're looking at real challenges facing real communities. So we're looking at the lobstering industry, fishing industries, farming and agriculture, effects on communities, and then also policy and governments. And this is how do all of these things tie together and what's going on with them. So for example, right now with the lobstering industry, the warming waters have actually been really, really good because it's better for lobster populations. So they've had some record hauls over the past couple of years. But if this trend continues, then the lobsters will continue to move farther north into Canada. We'll see sort of what we've seen further south down the coast is the lobsters will move away, and the industry may be at risk of collapsing if the trend continues. And also with some of the communities that are there, they have sort of one road to the mainland, and if sea level rise continues, then they may be cut off to the mainland during periods of high tide. Cool, and so for the second focal point, skill development, really what we're going for here is working towards independence. So we'll be looking at time management, organization, communication skills, self-advocacy, so how to advocate for yourself and what you need, as well as how to work and function in a team environment. And there's a couple of different components that will be part of this. So one is assistive technology. So we'll introduce this at the very beginning of the program and then work with that throughout the whole duration of the program. We'll also have executive functioning coaching throughout the program as well, built in at specific times and places. There will be a capstone project. So again, this is sort of that reconnecting with your joy and with your spark. So we'll have a session to be able to choose this project that you'd like to do and work on throughout the program. And then we'll have these other things built in to help you work on that through the program. And then you'll do a presentation at the end. Also be a bunch of cooking skills. We have a teacher at Forman who's also a professional chef. So he'll be coming to sort of help make connections into all these different areas, into agriculture, into sustainability, into climate change. And so we're looking not just at this one meal, but how does this connect to everything else, as well as developing these skills for actually cooking. And really with all this, I think what we're talking about is moving from a more guided and supportive environment in the beginning to sort of increasing independence as the program progresses. So I'm about out of time. As I mentioned, this is very new. So we're just about to launch the website. That should be up next week. But if you have any questions before then, you can check out the Forman School website or send me an email and I'd be happy to chat. Great, thank you.